Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my Powerlifter Demi's vlog. And as many of you know, he's more of a novice powerlifter. We're getting ready for a meet right now. He just did like a deadlift only event. Uh, so we run conjugate for him, and there's going to be a lot going on here because he got some new equipment this week. We got a belt squat, we got a reverse hyper. This is stuff we're going to use. And by the time I'm recording this one, he's already started his new training week. He just hit a pretty sizable squat PR. So let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of this. We started off with an incline bench, small PR. He got 90 kilos on the incline. Again, that's a PR for him. We know that upper body is very limited for him. Very, very good deadlifter. But we're still building the other lifts, and his upper body's lagging behind. So that's why we put such a focus on it and such a focus on triceps. We've got to bring his arms up in general. So we're seeing incline for a max. Then I have him do pause bench. We do barbell rows. I have him barbell row all 4 days. I want to get his upper back thicker, need to get his upper body thicker. A lot of muscles involved there. We do skull crushers right now. And no, we did not start off with these. I started him off with a lot of band press downs. And this is an issue I run into with anyone who needs tricep specialization, stuff I've learned over the years as a coach. There's at least a 50% chance if I have a lifter with lagging triceps, if I throw a lot of tricep work at them, what happens? They start getting elbow tendonitis from all of these really effective tricep movements. So I need to run them in a phase of high rep band press downs. And by doing so, we help strengthen those tendons. We get blood flow to those tendons, we hypertrophy them. And notice in his case, we continue to do the exercise. It does not come out of our rotation, just because we've added the skull crushers in. So again, very, very tricep specialized training right now. We're mostly just doing rowing and pressing, rowing and benching, but then we throw a lot of arm work in. And a lot of direct tricep work. In this case, it's both skull crushers and band press downs. All right, max effort lower. We did a deficit deadlift. He got 240 kilograms on a deficit deadlift. That's around 520, 530 for my American followers who use freedom units. Then, of course, I have him do barbell rows. Barbell rows are a staple for him right now. Again, having him do these due to the equipment we have available. I may take him over as we get stronger at good mornings and similar movements. We may take those over to more dumbbell rows, again, just to take that stress off his low back. Now, I apologize, my air conditioner just cut on. We're having an extreme heat wave down here in Houston, so I am not going to turn my AC off if it turns on in the middle of recording. All right. So dynamic effort upper, we do speed bench. Okay, then I have him do incline benching, mainly because this comes up too. Sometimes people are like, well, why don't you have your people do more flat benching after speed bench? Because speed bench itself is flat bench, even though we're rotating grips with it, and it's a little bit redundant in terms of training stimulus. I mean, in theory, we could do it, but generally, I want a second type of press thrown in after speed benching, and I look at where people's weakest links are. It'll be an incline, a dumbbell, someone who really has got good pecs, and that's not true in his case, who needs the tricep specialization. I may go straight into a JM press after speed bench. Okay, I have done that with some lifters. Okay, because we still need extra chest pressing. They're getting enough of it on their max effort day, and then the speed benching itself. And I definitely have done that with some of my lifters, but that's very tricep specialized for people who are pretty big overall, have a big chest. In his case, we need just a thicker upper body, so we don't do that. We just throw additional tricep work in. All right, dynamic effort lower day. This is where we're going to get a lot more busy with stuff. He's got new equipment. He's got in his home gym. All right, so we start off with safety bar box squats for speed. I have him doing speed pulls on a deficit. Okay, we're doing deficit speed pulls this block. I don't have him do much sumoing. He doesn't do well at sumo. He's not built for it. I know for conjugate that might sound like blasphemy, because Louis Simmons always said there's no such thing as built for sumo or conventional, and I think most people should pull both. But I find a lot of these taller lifters, we just run into a lot of problems with sumo. And since he's got a belt squat, I can do what I want from the sumo speed pulls off his belt squat for now. And I may work some sumo back in eventually, right? We may work some of it back in. It's just that for him, it's awkward, and until we build the musculature up, I don't think he's going to get as much out of it. He's not going to get as much out of it. Now we've got that belt squat, and after I run that for a while, we may work some sumo back in. But right now, it's not like deadlifts are his weak link. So I'm not as worried about us having to specialize in every single angle possible. He can just keep getting stronger at the deadlift, right? And good mornings tend to do that for him. Again, notice we're working with 3 plates for our work sets at this point, right? Good mornings right here. And then after that, we try the new equipment out. So we have the belt squat. Of course, he's holding onto the handles, and I try to tell people that the longer I've used this myself and coached, I don't like people holding onto the handles. I feel like it reduces the effectiveness of the exercise. Not in the sense that people go, but you could just add more weight. It's like, because no, it lets you de-emphasize the bottom of the movement. By doing that, we lose quad development. Like if your goal is to build quads from this exercise, holding onto the handles will limit your quad development, mainly because it lets you cheat so much at the part where the quads work the hardest by any holding onto the handles. So it's something I'll work with him on. I'd like to see a lot of the designs, the handles just go away. I think that's the worst addition to the belt squats. I took it off mine. I took the handle off so that it's not in the way. But still an effective exercise any way you break it down. And then of course we have his reverse hypers. He's finding these awkward, and this is the same one I have. This is the Rogue Z hyper. He is finding these a little awkward, and he's like, I feel like I have it on the longest setting because I'm tall. I have to bend my elbows, and it burns the biceps. I'm like, yeah, that's normal, right? That's normal. I deal with that myself, and once you get a lot more weight on there, you're really going to notice it. But I'm like, you'll get used to it over time. You'll get used to it. But you guys know how I feel about the reverse hyper. This is an exercise I think pretty much everyone should have access to. I think everyone would be stronger with lower injuries across the board if everybody used one of these and they existed in every gym. In fact, I think every gym should have about 3 of these in there. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.